Hello and welcome back. And in today's lecture, we are going to discuss about the conditional statements in Python. So, in your daily life, you might have made some decisions based on some conditions, like if I have this thing, then I will do this thing. If I don't have this thing, then I will not do this thing. So, similar kind of situations happen when you are writing some software because all the softwares are written for the real life applications, which impacts your real life. So, we are going to see that how Python deals with these kind of statements. So these are the if formats. So these if conditions that you use in your daily life, those same if conditions are here. And we will understand with this with the help of an example. Suppose you have three numbers, a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20, c is equal to 30. Okay. And we have to find out a situation where we have to find if the number, uh, any number that you have given, suppose you have just given a and you want to print if the number that has been given is greater than 10 or not, or you can say it is greater than 8 or not. So we can write something like this: if a is greater than 8, and then you need to put a semicolon. Okay. After semicolon, press enter, and you can see that the cursor comes here, not here. So you need to write it from here, just after the tab. Okay. So it automatically adds a tab, a location for you to insert if you are using this editor. Okay. So if a is greater than 8, then you can print that yes, the number provided is greater than 8. The number provided is greater than 8. Okay, so this is how you can put the simple if statement. Okay, so let me run it. Okay, so the number provided is greater than 8. This is the simplest form of if condition. Now, if we see, like, if we want to use this if and else condition both, then in that case, what you will do after this, you will come here and you will write like else, and after else as well, you will put this colon. Okay, so not like this. Basically, you need to if, and after that you need to write else, and then you need to come here, but this else should be here. Okay, so if you are writing the else part, then it should be, in the same at the same tab location. Okay, so now it's print the number. You can say like the number is smaller than 8. Okay, so now you can see the number provided is greater than 8. If the number provided is suppose 7, then the else part will run. Okay, so the number is smaller than 8. So this is how you can use the if and else statements. Now let us see the if, elif, and else, this condition. Suppose uh, we want to take else if as well, elif. Okay, so there can be number of conditions. Suppose if a is greater than 8, the number provided is greater than 8. Or you can write like elif a is smaller than 8, then print the number is, and again you need to put it the colon, right? Number is smaller than 8. So you can use this elif as well. So elif means else if. If a is greater than 8, then the number provided is greater than 8. Else if a is smaller than 8, then the number is smaller than 8. If both the conditions are false, then there is one more condition which can put it under else. And what is that condition? That the number is equal to 8. Number is equal to 8. Okay. So now if you see, if you put it 8 here, then this particular statement should run. The number is equal to 8. Okay. Similarly, you can have many situations where you can have number of elif statements. We can add any number of elif statements we want to add based on the requirement. Suppose elif a is greater than 10, Then print the number is greater than 10. Okay. Then we come like elif a is equal to 10, then the number is not else if, it should be only elif. The number is equal to 10, or you can write like elif a is double equals to 8, then you can write like print the number is equal to 8. Okay, so this is how you can write your else if ladder. I mean, I have just given an example here, but in real life, if you get such application to write where you have number of else if conditions, number of else if situations, then you can do that. And suppose I want to also write some else condition where I can declare that printf, sorry, print cannot decide. Okay. Now you can just find out in what condition it will print cannot decide, because all these conditions you can check, and this condition can also be checked. So please check it. Okay, so I will provide you this piece of code just to understand, and let me add this part somewhere. Let me store it so that I can share you this later. So this is the file that I already have, so I can put it here. Now let us see a few more examples related to the conditional statements the conditional operators. Okay, so let us see this one. So here we are comparing like 10 is not equal to 20, and then we are comparing if this result is not equal to 10. So what will happen? What do you think? What it should return? So you need to take one by one. So 10 is not equal to 20, which is true because 10 is not equal to 20, right? And true is not equal to 10 because this has become true, right? So if you go with true is not equal to 10, then what it should return? It is returning true because true has a value, because this one is false. 10 is not equal to 20 is true, and true is not equal to 10, which is true, right? Because true has a specific value. Okay, so 10 is not equal to 20 and 20 is not equal to 10. This is what you have to understood, that 10 is not equal to 20. This is the first comparison, and then this is the second comparison. 20 is not equal to 10. Okay, so this is again true. 10 is not equal to 20. It is true. And then 20 is not equal to 10. It is also true. So you can cascade the operators. If you go with this like 10 is not equal to 6, then again it will come out to be true. So this is the way it will simply find it out. And if I write like 20 is not equal to 20, then what will happen? Here you can see it comes out to be false. Okay, because one of these statements here, one of the cascading has failed. So if any of the cascading fails for this operator, any of the operator that you have used, then in that case, this entire statement which was coming out to be true will become false. Okay, so this is the way you can understand it. Now, the second one is print false is not equal to 10. Okay, let us see. False is not equal to 10. What do you think? What it will return? False is not equal to 10. What is false? False is 0. Anything other than 0 is true. So 10 is a true thing. Whenever we compare like this, false or true, then the other side we need to check whether it's a 0 or non-zero. Doesn't matter if it's a negative number or a positive number, it is always true if it is a integer other than 0. So false is not equal to 10. So this is a true statement because false is 0 and 10 is a positive number. So any positive number is true. So false is not equal to true, and that's a true statement because false is never equal to true, right? So this is how it is working. So this comes out to be true. So please remember these things. Please, you know, check these things very, uh, carefully. You need to understand this concept. Otherwise, these kind of questions, these kind of things, if they come in front of you, you may be confused. Okay. So now let's see what I said. Anything other than zero, whether it's negative, that is also true. So let me add it. This will again be true because minus 10 is true and true is not equal to false, which is a true statement. Okay. True minus 10 is true and true is never equal to false. True is never equal to false in itself is a true statement, and that is why you can see a true here. Okay, now let us see another example, the cascading. So this cascading I already showed you, but yes, I can print it again here. So A is 10, B is equal to 20, C is equal to 30. So A is smaller than, B, and B is smaller than C, and C is smaller than 31. So let us see what comes. Let me just comment it. Okay, so this should come out to be true because all these cascading statements are true. If I write something like this, 23, something like that, let us see what happens. It comes out to be false because any of the any of the operator which has been cascaded in this statement, if that results to be false, then in that case the entire statement will result into the false. Okay, and similarly here, if I go with this print where A is equal to B is equal to C, this will come out to be false because A is not equal to B and B is also not equal to C. But we are claiming here whether we are checking here whether A is equal to B and B is equal to C or not. Here you go. So it comes out to be false. Suppose I make it 10 again and I make it 10 again, then in that case, what will happen? It will come out to be true. But if I make something like 20, then obviously you understand that we are using the cascading effect. So it will become a false. And now even if I do like C is equal double equals 20, then also it will return false. Okay, so if anything in the cascading of the operators, the logical operators, or you can say the conditional operators, if you see any of the statement becomes false, any of the comparison becomes false in this cascading of operators, then then the entire statement which has been you know uh, added through, or you can say which has been combined through these operators, that entire statement will become false. That will evaluate to false. Okay, so I hope you might have understood this concept related to the conditional statements. In the next video, we will meet soon. Till then, have a nice day and bye bye.